What's up, guys? Canes split a road back-to-back. The great against Philly. Score 30 seconds in, go to Chapmandu for the first time. And then Kochetkov gives up a really bad one. Probably because he hadn't been tested a lot and just kind of lost his concentration early in the second on a long shot from the other side of the ice, it felt like. So that's a really bad one to give up. But after that, Kochetkov was amazing, 18 of 19 saves. And the Canes had a fantastic third period where they outshot the Flyers 21-3. Sebastian Aho was able to squeak one by the armpit of the Philadelphia goaltender to make it 2-1. And then Jordan Staal was able to tip an Orlov drive, make it 3-1. And then Roslovic was able to put the banger in 4-1. 3 goals in about 6 minutes stretch in the third period. Penalty kill was solid, 3 for 3. So the very, very good portion. And then kind of a crummy scheduling back-to-back with New Jersey, who hadn't played since Saturday. Dropped this one 4-2. Got off to a really good start. Roslovic in the massive humanity early on in the game to make it 1-0 after a really good save by Martin. It went off the post. I think 6 or 7 shots went off the post between both sides. So the goaltenders might kiss the pipes. But 1-0, and then the thing that's been rearing its ugly head for Carolina is the 5-on-3s. I know we're super aggressive on the penalty kill, and that's what makes us really great at the penalty kill, but we've given up 5-on-3 goals, and nobody else has given up more than 2, and that's a trend you can't have, especially with Spencer Martin, a goaltender that struggles at times and can let up more than you'd like. But that's where we are with the goaltending, and it's honestly who Spencer Martin is, despite coming off his first career shutout against Ottawa over the weekend. It's just going to happen, and the low volume of shots, or 20 shots or whatever the Devils had, maybe 24. You don't like to give up 4 goals, but one of them was on a 5-on-3. We almost got to the end of the 5-on-3 portion, but they were able to make a slick pass and make it 1-1. And then we were pretty much skating in mud for the second period, and we were able to survive just giving up that 1 goal. Jaccob Slavin doing Jaccob Slavin things on the defensive end. So 2-1 going into the third period on a power play. A wonderfully executed set play by Svechnikov, an epic shot to get it past 2-2, and then back and forth. It was kind of a junky game, not a lot of space for either side, not a lot of breathing room at the blue lines and things of that nature, but then Spencer Martin tries to do too much, has a poor stick handling moment, and Sean Walker was able to save him, but I don't think Spencer Martin was back enough in the goalie, and wasn't set completely from his gaff of the puck handling moment, and the Devils were able to make it hurt 3-2. Jesper Bratt was on one today. The Hughes brothers and their speed was incredible, and then a iffy high sticking on Jackson Blake. It could have been a trip, but then it turned into a high stick on Jackson Blake because he didn't go down right away. And I think on the power play the Devils had early, that trip on Stahl to make it a 5-on-3 was a little ticky-tack, but I think, I think you had to call it and they sold it well. But again, the 5-on-3s, Spencer Martin is who he is, and I definitely don't know if I would like a upgrade at the goalie, but like he's not terrible, but he is who he is, and I think we know that. And he's also been put in some difficult situations with back-to-backs, injuries, poor travel, this, that, and the other. It might sound excuse, and the Canes aren't going to make them, obviously, but also their realities. And with Frederik Andersen being out 8 to 12 with his knee surgery, you might, they're definitely keeping an eye on the goaltender market, just because that puts Frederik Andersen back maybe February when they do the Nations Cup. So that's kind of difficult timeline. So who knows? But just kind of a difficult game. We tried, but we couldn't get to our game and didn't have a ton of shots on goal. And we had a good start to the third period. It just they made some good saves. The Pipes saved them a couple of times as well. So it was just one of those games. Still 14-5, and looking really good. And Piotr is a solidified number one right now. And we just got to stop the silly penalties. I mean, penalties are going to happen, but you can't make them 5-on-3s because they're just difficult to defend. But as always, let's go Canes. Keep stacking those W's and raise up.